What? Schumer promises $2,000 ahead of Biden? $2,000 stimulus check update plus SSI SSDI. Welcome back, you guys. It's Ron here with your second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Hope you guys are doing very well this Thursday. It is January the 14th and it is almost Friday. I know you guys can't wait for Friday, and a lot of news to share with you guys today. I've got the latest on Biden's $1 trillion, or I should I say multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package. We've got Trump's impeachment, and of course, the details for you guys on the SSI, SSDI, and of course, retirement. Also, the latest on another state's rental assistance program. Make sure you guys don't miss out on any of this from start to finish. This is going to be a huge update for you guys. But first, I want to say welcome back to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And for those who are brand new to the channel, my name is Ron. We cover all things personal finance, investing, how to generate multiple streams of income, and of course we have stimulus check updates and stimulus package updates. So if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell so that you know as soon as I release new videos and content. Why otherwise? And for those who are interested in making the most of your free time, you got to get off the sidelines, you guys. The all-new YouTube channel called Matter is quickly becoming a family favorite series, and it's literally one of the few channels that's crazy entertaining to the point where you actually just want to like binge watch all their freaking episodes, right? But you actually learn a lot without even realizing it. And I can't wait for their very next video to drop this Sunday, so don't miss out. It's all just a click away. Check the description down below. You'll find a link straight to the Matter channel, but otherwise, let's jump right into the content. All right, guys, so the Biden stimulus train is pulling into the station today. We've got President-elect Joe Biden. He is all set to unveil the details of the brand new administration's multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package today. I mean, we've waited, I don't know how long for this, right? And I'm going to give you guys the blow-by-blow once that drops. But for now, we do have some solid leads on what they're going to do with us. Now, first and foremost, really, is the $2,000 stimulus check that we've all been expecting. And as I mentioned yesterday, we'll probably also see an extension of that unemployment insurance assistance, aid to state and local governments, a boost for small businesses, funding for vaccine distribution in schools. There's a host of things that we are pretty sure that are going to be in this package. And the latest scoop on the matter says that we can also expect additional child benefits in the third stimulus package that he's going to be unveiling. And people in on the deliberations have dropped that they plan to include a significant new benefit for children in poor and middle class households. We're also talking $300 per month to American households to every child under 6, as well as $250 per month for every child between the ages of 6 and 17. So guys, this is massive, right? And that would amount to $3,600 per year for families with one young child and $3,000 per year for families with older children. Biden is also likely to seek to extend the existing child benefit to millions of poor families currently shut out of the program. Now, just last Friday in a call with Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Biden stressed the need for immediate economic relief for families and small businesses, funding for COVID-19 response, including vaccinations, testing, schools reopening, and state and local frontline workers. Now, I hope you guys paid attention to that one. He said state and frontline workers. Now, that's the first time, if you guys have been paying attention, this is the first time we've heard anything about any kind of compensation for frontline workers. So let's see where this goes, right? And interesting as well is Biden's planning to drum up some bipartisan support for the package, meaning that he's actually going to be going to the Republicans to vote for the stimulus package rather than just simply strong arming, with the help of the soon to be Democratic majority. And, he didn't really have to do that. I mean, technically he could just say, hey, we're majority Democrats here in the House, majority here in the Senate. He's a Democratic president. Hey, we're just going to strong arm and push this through. But it looks like he's trying to get both sides to buy in on this. And here I kind of agree with him, because it's easy enough to just get a supermajority vote in the Congress, for the Cash Act, aka the standalone $2,000 stimulus check bill. But, also you got Republican senators who have been speaking up and voicing their support for fresh stimulus. Let's not forget Republican Senator Josh Hawley, who together with Senator Bernie Sanders, who was really pushed for the stimulus check back during the time when, remember, it was almost like zero. Actually, it was zero. At one point, we were going to have $0 going out in the form of a stimulus check. But, thanks to Josh Hawley and, Senator Bernie Sanders, these guys, they didn't give up. And shout out to you guys, too, because you guys didn't give up on me. I kept reporting the news as it was, but I kept the hope alive. And, hey, look where we're headed now. Then, just yesterday, news came out of Republican Senator Marco Rubio of Florida writing a letter to Biden asking for $2,000 direct payments to Americans on the first day of his presidency as a show of unity following the DC insurrection last week. And the letter reads, "Last Wednesday was one of the darkest days in our history. All across our nation, people are looking for answers and demanding accountability, but they are desperate for hope. Hope that political leaders in Washington can begin taking steps to heal our deeply divided nation. It would send a powerful message to the American people. On the first day of your presidency, you called on the House and the Senate to send you legislation to increase the direct economic impact payments to the American people struggling due to the pandemic from $600 to $2,000. Now, even ahead of all this, you've got soon-to-be Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. He is already promising quick action on those $2,000 stimulus checks. And in his latest letter to his colleagues, he wrote, "The work of the 117th Congress will begin in the wake of a devastating attack on the heels of a devastating year. We have an opportunity to work with our House colleagues and a new administration to defeat the virus, provide relief the American people need, and reunite the country." Bottom line, he said, we will get that done. So, definitely look forward to the full details and analysis of Biden's $1 trillion stimulus package in the next video. So make sure you stay subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you can get it straight from the source of your latest and most accurate updates on everything related to stimulus. Remember guys, I eat, drink, and sleep stimulus for you guys. And as promised yesterday, let me now give you the updates for those who are on SSI as well as SSDI. Now, first, a majority of older Americans who qualify for the first stimulus check in 2020 will likely also qualify to receive the second stimulus payment. And as long as you qualify for another payment, you can expect to receive yours through direct deposit or in the mail as an EIP card or a paper check. Remember to always check the Get My Payment tool from the IRS's website to check the status of your stimulus check if you haven't gotten it yet. They seem to update it just about every night. And, aside from that, the USPS also has their own tool to see when the envelope that's actually containing your second stimulus check is being scanned at the post office and actually being delivered to your mailbox. Now, that's if you're expecting the check to be delivered in your mail. Right now, they're saying that if you don't receive a payment by January 15th, that's, tomorrow, then your new stimulus check would actually arrive after you claim your IRS rebate credit during tax season. Now, whether you're eligible for a second stimulus check depends on your adjusted gross income or your AGI from your 2019 federal tax filing. Now, if you have a pension or other investments that are taxable, those will affect your AGI, which is your adjusted gross income, and therefore your eligibility for a stimulus check. So, the same is true for interest from a bank account. However, interest from tax-exempt bonds is not included in your AGI. So they really shouldn't affect your stimulus payment eligibility. Now, as far as future prospects are concerned, you could be in for a raise in your Social Security benefits after President-elect Joe Biden is sworn into office. Now, I don't know how many of you guys saw my video yesterday, but there's some information that I'm going to really uncover that I couldn't uncover yesterday. So Biden supports changing how cost of living adjusts, or COLAs, are calculated to better reflect seniors' costs. Now, this will result in a larger basis for your benefits that can actually compound over time. And we all talked about compound interest, so a lot of you guys should already be familiar with that concept. Now, Biden also wants a minimum benefit of 125% of the federal poverty level for people with low lifetime earnings who worked at least 30 years. This would guarantee someone with a 30-year work record will get a monthly benefit of $1,329. And you'll also get more as you reach 20 years of Social Security benefits. The goal is to boost payments for Social Security's oldest recipients because they're at risk of exhausting their retirement savings. And lastly, Biden proposes raising benefits for surviving spouses by 20%. So bottom line, guys, is, those of you guys receiving SSI, SSDI, receiving some sort of Social Security benefits, you guys are about to come up in some way. It looks like, according to Joe Biden. So, there's definitely more news coverage on the bigger stimulus checks. So news on SSI, SSDI, retirement is difficult to come by. So, thank you for pointing it out, guys. I'm actually covering this right now because a lot of you guys in the comments have said, hey, Ron, what about SSI? What about SSDI, Social Security beneficiary? So here it is, guys. If you want more information, comment below. But I think I might have covered most of the questions that I read. So, but if I didn't, drop me a comment because I read them all. So, and of course, you can be sure that I'll share more updates on Social Security benefits and retirement, with Biden coming into office. So definitely look forward to more of those videos in the future. And with all that happened yesterday, there's no way I could move forward without quickly at least touching on, what happened yesterday with regard to the impeachment. So real quick update on the impeachment. President Trump is officially the first president to ever be impeached, not once, but twice in the House of Representatives. The House voted on Tuesday night 223 votes to 205 to formally call on Vice President Mike Pence to use not, what we talked about recently, the 25th Amendment, to declare President Trump as incapable of executing the duties of his office and to immediately exercise powers as acting president. Now, Vice President Pence declined, saying that, in his letter to Pelosi, I do not believe that such a course of action is in the best interest of our nation or consistent with our Constitution. I will not now yield to efforts in the House of Representatives to play political games at a time so serious in the life of our nation. And then they proceeded to impeach on the grounds of incitement of insurrection. And so now Schumer is all for an immediate callback of all the senators from recess so that they can actually proceed with a very swift trial. Donald Trump has deservedly become the first president in American history to bear the stain of impeachment twice over. The Senate is required to act and will proceed with his trial and hold a vote on his conviction. A Senate trial can begin immediately with agreement from the current Senate Majority Leader to convene the Senate for an emergency session, or it will begin after January 19th. But make no mistake, there will be an impeachment trial in the United States Senate. There will be a vote on convicting the president for high crimes and misdemeanors. And if the president is convicted, there will be a vote on barring him from running again. Now, keep in mind, guys, we talked about this before. A lot of you guys were kind of like, why not just let President Trump just stay in the office for the last few days? But, there have been some Democratic strategists that have kind of said, hey, if we impeach him and then we bar him from being able to run, then you don't actually have to worry about battling him in a 2024 reelection. Now, the Democrats will need at least 17 Republican senators to break ranks to get the supermajority needed to convict President Donald Trump after he was impeached in the House of Representatives. And a handful of Republican senators have already criticized Trump and signaled that they would be open to support conviction. But to secure conviction, more votes would be needed, and supporters would be likely to look to senators who are retiring or other long-term members, because this is especially tricky to senators seeking re-election and those who have presidential ambitions themselves. It could really come down to Mitch McConnell, who reluctant senators tend to look to for decision. But for now, he says he's undecided in his letter to colleagues. He said, I have not made a final decision on how I will vote, and I intend to listen to the legal arguments when they are presented to the Senate. Well, guys, that's your government at work. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this. I would love to hear from you guys. Let's now go to the latest news on state assistance, this time from the Sunshine State of Florida. And, with this cold weather right now, I would pay a lot of money to go to Florida right now just to be, basking in the sun. How about like South Beach, Miami? But anyway, I digress. Here's what we know so far about the coming rent assistance from the December stimulus package. In a recent news release, Governor Ron DeSantis' office said the state government expects to administer more than $850 million on top of funding that some cities and counties in Florida will also be getting. The state expects the federal government to give money to participating governments in the coming week. Renters seeking assistance will still need to go through an application process on county, city, and state government websites. So make sure you check out those websites periodically, and I'll drop a link in the description down below. Now, more state and local stimulus and assistance programs are coming soon, you guys. So make sure you're always subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you always get the latest, most accurate updates on stimulus from me. And you can also check out the long list of programs that we already have for you guys in the description down below. A lot of help from all over, you guys. So make sure you're always watching. And if you've heard of Help Yourself, do pitch in by dropping a comment down below. I promise you guys, it really does help out a lot. It helps out your fellow community members. So I just want to say, thank you guys for, everything that you do and for all of the information that you guys share. All right, guys, so let's have some fun now. Let's talk more on our favorite topic, making your money work for you. We've been focusing on spending less in this week's videos, and we've already discussed, yesterday, the new idea of moving closer to your job, or conversely, finding a job that's closer to your house. Definitely check out the computation for that in yesterday's video. You would be surprised how much money you would actually save. Now we want to go into some of the tips, for slashing your car costs, since giving up your car simply isn't feasible for most of us. And honestly, I like my car, so I don't really want to get rid of it. So let's see how we can essentially ease that financial burden while you have a car, so to speak, right? So, just two big ideas for this one, really. look at the best, most cheapest option and then look elsewhere. So, first is really, looking at the best cheap option that goes for everything. I'm talking about insurance, I'm talking about maintenance, and, of course, gas. And you may be able to save more money by combining your auto insurance with other insurance needs, such as, your homeowner's policy, maybe your rental insurance. So if you're a renter, you can actually combine your renter's insurance policy with your car insurance and normally get like a bundled rate. Be sure to investigate your options thoroughly before you make any commitments. And you can always get a very solid quote from an insurer before you sign any binding contracts. And another thing that most people have never even heard of is insurance brokers. You can go to an insurance broker and literally they will have you apply once and they will shop like 30 different companies for you. So that's pretty awesome. And today's price comparison websites make it easier than ever before to shop around for auto insurance. So, you never have to stop looking for the best insurance deals. You can just hit one of these websites. And also, depending upon where you're driving, you may actually be required to get your car inspected regularly. So check with the DMV. Online is fastest, about the cheapest options for getting your vehicle, in compliance with the local regulations. But when it comes to the obvious maintenance tasks like changing your oil, balancing your tires, and other recurring needs, you may be able to economize that by signing up for a service plan. And when it comes to gas, you're likely going to be running into some advertising, that asserts premium high octane gasoline is the best for your vehicle, right? Man, I never buy that stuff. I buy what is the minimum that is actually required by the vehicle manufacturer. So, any improvements that you might get in terms of performance or gas mileage are going to be very minor. So it's like, the increase in your fuel spending just won't be worth it. So unless your tank is super empty and you're running dry and you're about to run out of gas, take the time to find the lowest gas prices. And while the amount that you save per gallon is relatively small, it can make a huge difference over a year. If there's a discount gas provider in your community, I would definitely stay connected. Sign up at the grocery store, whatever retail stores, and, just enjoy those regular hassle-free savings on gas that way. Now, once you've secured your best cheap options, you can go the extra mile, no pun intended here, but, you can stick to good and safe habits when it comes to your car. And be sure to pay annually wherever possible. Generally, you're going to get a discount for, paying for, a long period of time in advance. And whenever it's practical for you guys, go for the longer terms, ideally annual ones. So, paying in lump sums often saves you money. Like, for example, normally when it comes to insurance, if you pay for your insurance in advance or in a lump sum rather than monthly payments, you'll get a massive discount. Well, maybe not massive, but it'll be a substantial discount. And even if it doesn't, you'll save yourself a little bit of budgeting hassle, by clearing out one monthly bill, from your budget. It's like one less thing you have to worry about. And lastly, find someone to share your car and your expenses with, right? And so if you share your insurance policy with another driver who has a cleaner driving record, then your total cost might actually be less. It's really about taking a hard look at, what we easily assume as fixed expenses and, already, and seeing the possibilities of possibly spending less without compromising quality and safety, of course, right? So keep watching for future videos. I've got a very special tidbit for you guys saved up for the Saturday video. So, make sure you don't miss that one. And let me know if you guys want to talk about some other particular types of hacks or strategies that you guys have been thinking of yourselves. Drop me a comment down below. I'll be sure to get back to you, and I might even feature your question in a future video. But anyway, guys, that is all for the stimulus check update and stimulus package update. The latest on President-elect Joe Biden's multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package. You've got Trump's impeachment, and of course, the details for you guys on the SSI, SSDI, Social Security beneficiaries, and retirement, and also the latest on the state's rental assistance program. If you have not already, definitely like this video, because if you made it this far, I'm pretty sure you liked the video, because why are you still here? You probably would have clicked away, right? And definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you are the first to know as soon as I release new videos and content. And if you haven't checked out the all new Matter channel, now is the time, guys. Stop listening to me talk about it and wondering, what is this Matter that Ron's talking about? Hit the link in the description right now. Check out Matter, subscribe, watch their videos, then come back here and let me know how much you loved it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.